2010, the first ever transaction with cryptocurrency was ever made, where a man paid 10,000 bitcoins for only 2 pizzas. Today, those 10,000 bitcoins are worth over $300 million. Now, why would somebody trade a fortune for only 2 pizzas? Well, it's probably because they didn't quite understand the full potential of cryptocurrency back then. And maybe we still do not understand it yet either. So from this story and many other stories, I have gained the curiosity and desire to learn more about cryptocurrency. And it has also led me to the question, what would the world look like today if banks and governments did not control our money? So why am I even So in order to actually talk about crypto's potential, I have to explain what it actually is, right? So cryptocurrency, as we all know, is a digital currency secured by cryptography, which makes it impossible to counterfeit. So the thing with most cryptocurrency is that it runs through a technology called blockchain. And that blockchain is basically powered by a set of computers, decentralized computers, which verifies and validates a particular system. So people who use cryptocurrency, they do not rely on central authorities like a bank. They mostly relies on something, a particular system which is powered by thousands of powerful computers from around the world. So why am I even talking about this, and what is the actual potential of crypto? Well, let's take Bangladesh, for example. Over 40% or around 40% of Bangladeshis do not have a formal bank account. However, most of us do have a mobile phone. The thing with cryptocurrency is that all one needs is a cellular device and some internet connection. So the accessibility range is much wider than we think. But with cryptocurrency, another thing I've noticed is that over $20 billion flows into Bangladesh's economy just from remittances. However, those remittances are cut down short to up to like 10% from the Western Union. So hardworking individuals who send money from abroad back home lose up to 10% of that money just from banking or transaction fees. And not only that, on top of that, the whole process takes days to complete. So it's pretty unfair and like pretty annoying for families, right? But the thing with cryptocurrency, all cryptocurrency can do is that it could happen in an instant. The whole transaction can happen in an instant. And not only that, the fees that I mentioned before can be cut down to almost 0%. So it's a pretty big win, right? But saying that, we all know cryptocurrency is notorious for being super volatile. It's very unstable. We could take the big Bitcoin, for example, who went from $70,000 to $20,000 in just 1 year. Why would anybody even invest in that? It makes it super hard for even the unprivileged to invest in it, right? It doesn't make any sense and it's unfair. Well, this is completely true, but only for most cryptocurrencies, because there are some unique ones like the USDT and the USDC, which always equals to $1 US. So you guys can imagine people making transactions with cryptocurrency with like they're doing with actual cash. And not only that, that transaction will happen in an instant, right? So that's a good part. But saying that, cryptocurrency is still an emerging technology, and there are many challenges to it, right? And people are still experimenting with it. People also say that, oh, you cannot, we imagine with cryptocurrency buying big houses and big cars, but never small items like this remote or a small pizza box. Well, the thing is, this is true, and people will say a lot of things about cryptocurrency as it's an emerging technology, because it happens with almost every new technology. For example, we could take internet or the online shopping. Back then, people were very confused about online shopping. They were saying that, oh, face-to-face shopping is better, online shopping is bad, right? But look where we are today. Almost everybody uses online shopping, right? So I think cryptocurrency is in that section right there. It's emerging. It still has a lot of potential to grow. And to make things even clearer, I think in the future, cryptocurrency would not exist to overthrow actual cash currency. Because cash currency has been running through civilizations through centuries, right? It's not going to be that easy to overthrow it. Well, I think crypto will exist to solve bigger problems like international transactions, remittances, or even help with investments. So, and I feel like that's the actual potential of cryptocurrency, and that's how it will exist in the world in the future. But with saying that, there's also another big problem with cryptocurrency. The thing is, cryptocurrency can be used with major scams, and it's like more corrupt than we think. But I do not think it's completely reasonable to ban them, because if you look at different countries like the UAE and Singapore, they maintain strict laws with cryptocurrency. However, they're still letting innovation thrive in their country. So it also like boosts their economy, right? So I think Bangladesh can do something similar. And not only that, since mobile wallets like bKash and Nagad already exist in Bangladesh, we could probably use a cryptocurrency in like a similar way, but with less fees. So with saying that, where are we right now with cryptocurrency? What's the actual use of it right now? Like, what are we doing with it? Like I mentioned before, like people are still experimenting with it. So there are some interesting assets people can have, like non-fungible tokens or NFTs. And there's another interesting one called DeFi, which is decentralized finance, which lets people borrow and invest money without the help of banks. Thinking about how we can use crypto, we could also use it in Bangladesh, because if crypto exists in Bangladesh, our freelancers wouldn't be able to worry about the harsh pressure for debts or transaction fees, right? So they could rest free with that. Not only that, we could also fix crypto with farmers, because one big problem we know about Bangladesh is corruption and land disputes. With cryptocurrency, we could use the help of the ledger, which is basically, a ledger is basically, you guys can imagine as a huge spreadsheet, which records every single transaction made with cryptocurrency. So it basically records it, and it's made out to the public. So with the help of the huge spreadsheet you guys imagined, people, the farmers can reduce the corruption rate, because it's gonna be to the public, right? Everybody can see what you transacted. So the farmers can rest free without the pressure from other people trying to steal their land. But saying that, I feel like crypto right now is not just about money. It's probably about, right now I feel like it's about potential, it's about opportunity and freedom. Because I feel like in Bangladesh, with the right steps taken, because Bangladesh has been an innovative and a resilient country, because we've adapted to digital stuffs like innovating digital wallets like bKash and Nagad, right? So I feel like Bangladesh, with the right steps with cryptocurrency, we could dive into a tech-driven future, which could help and boost our economy for this country. My name is Araf Kabir, and I want to thank you for listening to me.